Hi, I'm Mrs. Schlestein, and I made this video to teach you how to photograph your artwork so that it's properly prepared to be added to your digital portfolio. You have worked really hard at making your art. Now it is important to photograph it in the most flattering way. Which photo would you choose? I hope you chose the one on the right. The photo on the left has long diagonal lines. If you were to try to crop out any of the stuff around it, you wouldn't have a straight edge. The photo on the right has nice, clean, straight edges, and there's no additional background information. The only thing that you see in this photo is the artwork itself. Before you start photographing your artwork, you need to think about something called orientation. What does this mean? Well, the orientation of a picture or an artwork is the direction that the picture faces. For example, the Mona Lisa to the left is called portrait style. If a work of art is portrait style, that means that the height of the image is longer than the width. If a picture is considered landscape style, then it's just the opposite of that. The width of the image is longer than the height. This is important to know because when you take your photograph with your iPad, you're going to want to hold your iPad camera in the same orientation as your picture was created. Now that you understand orientation, I will show you how to set up to take a good photograph of your art. Make sure you have good natural lighting because sometimes overhead lights can cause reflections and make your photos appear to be yellow. Open the camera and arrange your artwork inside the viewfinder. Make sure the viewfinder is the same orientation as the artwork you're lining up inside of it. Once you get it where you want it, experiment with zooming in by pinching with your fingers or moving your iPad up and down. The student you see holding the iPad in this picture is actually holding the iPad at an angle, which is a really bad decision as far as taking a good picture. You want your iPad to be parallel with the table. Notice also that the student is holding the iPad up against her body. That will help steady the iPad so that when you're taking your picture, it's not going to be blurry or shake. The correct way to hold your iPad is parallel with the table and directly above the artwork that you are photographing. Once you get your image inside your viewfinder, eliminate as much of the background as you can. You can zoom in on the image. You can tap on the screen to focus a certain part. Perhaps you want to focus the face or a focal point. And then you'll press the white capture button to take the picture. Your photo will probably look something like this. It will have a little bit of background around the edges, which means now you need to do some cropping and editing. On the screen of your iPad, you're going to look for the icon that says Photos and looks like a flower. That's your photo library. Open that up and look for the photograph you just took of your Mona Lisa. It should have a few white edges and be mostly straight. Once you find the photo, open it up. Then you're going to look along the top of your screen for the toolbar, and on your iPad it will either say the word edit or there will be 3 lines with little circles on it and like a bar, and that is your edit button. You're going to select that, and it will open it up like so that you have some editing tools. If you look along the bottom, you're going to see the little icon for cropping. Touch that, and it will open it up with some cropping tools. If you take your finger on those white corners, you can drag the outline in order to crop any information out of the photograph that you don't want. Mostly, you're going to want to get rid of any of the background that you might have captured when taking your picture. Once you have it how you like it, then I want you to look at the bottom for what I call the magic wand. And the magic wand will just correct the color in case you had some bad lighting. It just does a very mild color correction. Select the magic wand, and when you're finished, look for the done. Select that. And now you have a cropped and edited image. Your final step will be to upload this to Google Drive and add to your digital art portfolio.